What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're gonna look at 60 big blind cutoff versus big blind. So let's get started. This is gonna be the cutoff strategy across all textures based on the I card. So as we see here, the cutoff is betting 82% of the time. He's using bigger sizes plenty. So we're gonna have to find some big bets. A sideboard, everything above a 10 is really good. We're gonna range bet. Nine is a little bit more neutral. The seven high boards are really not so good. Alright, let's get started. I would bet here. Would I bet big? No. I think king, queen, I would bet big. Ace, king, I would bet big. Do I bet big with king five? No, I think I bet small with king five. I don't wanna lose my customer. Right,
I think, at 60 big blinds, betting sizes are generally kind of leaning a little bit on the larger side, aren't they?
yeah,
I'm guessing, I'm
For
guessing.
sure.
Yeah, especially on hijack and earlier position, more so than I think cut off and button, but there's still a thing.
Right, you gotta build the pot a smidge more to get stacks in. Still like, primary frequencies, that little guy though, for sure.
It's only one size here, no big bets.
Do you pull up a hijack or cutoff for the same spot at this to see? I think, cuz I think that is the, where it cuts off. Like, I think we do polarize from a bit earlier position. At 60.
Hijack, low jack, or under the,
Look at low jack. E5-3. It doesn't matter what the board is, I guess.
sure. King, five, three. With a flush draw.
See if I'm wrong. Cuz if I am, I'm making mistakes. 'Cause I tend to size up from earlier position when I have top pair.
Well, that's a good heuristic, it seems,
That's the thing.
because if we look at the,
Our range is tighter. We have less junk.
alright, that makes a lot of sense. We even have overbets on this texture from low jack. So that's really good.
Salut, comment guys?
Hey, what's up, man?
I guess at low jack when we overbet, it's going to be paired boards, the other, like king 4-4 or king 6-6 something, or not. Anyways, doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. No.
So,
No.
this, I would think we would go large.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
It's pretty mandatory.
King's
I would
not gonna
go.
fold. I don't even know if you can fold like ace five to a big bet,
104?
at least. Probably 160.
I would be,
This-
shooting around a geometric sizing to get it all in on the river. So whatever that adds up to,
I think
if that's
that-
possible.
Yeah, cuz this is a nice spot for a pot or overbet because none of the draws have gotten there. Like if he's sitting there with 7-6, we make his life miserable. Spades, we make their life miserable, and ditto, all of our draws still won't bet big.
So we want a big bet, but how big? 104,
I just
160?
pot. I don't really work in my
I
own.
think 160 and 240, there's not a huge difference between them.
Alright, let's give pot size a shot. That was 240.
Yeah, I mean, that's a mistake.
Right,
I don't get
So-
work that, man. It's a mistake.
I see, yeah, it's wanting to get you a nice geometric size on the river, so it's equal proportion, so it wants to go big.
Well,
Get
so
value from all of his like king X that he happens to have, or like his draws and stuff.
Like ace five of spades is never
And
folding,
it's
right?
cool that. No, yeah, should.
I don't even know if
And we
ace
cooler
five.
for
anything's
first two
folding.
pairs.
Yeah, go ahead, give him all you can eat there, obviously.
How did he decide to lead the river with this 9 all of a sudden? Pretty weird line.
I think it's a kind of a cool combo to do it with. Like, if we don't have a king, we just happen to have the nuts there, you know?
Yeah, like, I
That-
wonder if we call with like ace, queen of spades, for example, like our best spades.
It just seems like a spot like, that hand class right there is gonna be put in a really difficult spot versus polarized bets. On the
Well, that's
river,
what I-
so,
That's what I'm thinking. When I'm facing a polarized bet, I don't ever raise. And obviously it's a mistake. Like I just figure like I'm either crushed or my ace nine's really good right now. And I still have an ace to fall back on the river.
No,
Somehow,
I think it's very reasonable. You shouldn't raise in the polarized too much. Yeah.
Yeah, from his view, it was a block bet because
I mean, that's essentially what it is, and it's just gonna get snap folds from a lot of his range. That's not, you know. All the stuff that's balancing his king X is just gonna have to like fold.
yeah,
you
he
know,
doesn't
three
want to.
draws.
He doesn't want to call off a jam when we triple barrel.
oh, he docked river? I thought he
Yeah.
raised turn.
No, he donked river.
Along
you-
with-
Would you like to see the solution or?
Yeah, take a look at it. Just,
I
mean,
actually looked away.
what do you think the range construction for that kind of a line on the river is gonna be? Like, what hand classes? I mean,
I
obviously,
think it's a lot of like second pair. I think that's classic donk.
yeah, I think so too. I think it's gonna be some king X. And it's going to be some,
Yeah, like, I think
Some
king
second
X
pair.
blocks his value and ace blocks like ace, king that he's gonna polarize.
So
Maybe
it's
that has
not
something.
even a low frequency play that he did the 97%.
Wow.
here, let me, just for a cross comparison. What were the, read me the things again, what was the flop? I'll check it on Odin since I'm,
King 5-3 with the flush draw.
so. King 5-3, I need a little more detail than that.
King of spades, five of hearts, three of spades.
Alright, so king of spades, 5 of hearts. And you said the queen of spades?
Three.
Three of spades.
And then a
Three
nine of club on the
spades.
turn.
Oh shit, I've only got 50. Well, 50 will probably get the
Pretty
idea.
close. I play 60 big blind ranges at 50.
So we were big blind versus cutoff.
Yep.
Single raised. Alright, you just gotta give it a few seconds to, pull up its post flop thing. Yeah, 50 should probably be pretty close.
It doesn't make sense to me.
I think I was watching a, thing where, Lex Veldhouse was reviewing a cash game hand with, some of the BBZ guys on his stream. And they had a very similar spot. Obviously, the circumstances were quite a bit different, but, it ended up being kind of a donking spot like this with second pair to. So we check
I
what side,
think,
I'm
Yeah, I was just-
sorry. What was the sizing on the flop?
Small,
So ace
and
nine
flop.
blocks ace, it blocks ace, king. And then we have second pair with top kicker, and I guess versus a polarizing range, it's good.
I'm gonna be sitting here until I get some guidance.
On
What
what?
size was the flop bet?
Small, and then
1/3
turn is
pot
pot.
turn.
So we got third. And we call,
And pot.
and then the turn card was what?
A 9.
There's 4 suits.
Not a club.
9 of clubs.
9
There
of
we go.
clubs.
Alright, we check. They bet large bet being like what, around pot or so?
Pot size.
Pot size. And we call. And the river was the king of who?
Clubs.
King of clubs.
No, so, we donked river or donked turn?
The opponent donked river.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Or
what I
we
thought it was,
donked
river.
river in this case.
Right, so, a very prominent part of the range here, given 50, like 33% of the range is donking for, a 10 big blind bet. So, hands that it's doing it with ace nine, full frequency with the combo that he chose. It was ace nine of hearts, if I remember.
Yeah.
And, hands like 8-7 suited, 8-6 suited. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird why it's different on your sim. I could show you for a second if you wanna look at it.
What? Bluffs
When-
are in the cutoff range on the turn.
So here you go. So quite a bit, quite a bit. Oh, I just hit a royal flush. Anyways. Yeah, so like ace nine suited, full frequency. You guys can see the Odin window, yeah?
So I suppose when we have a king, that tilts their range towards bluffs.
Well, if you look, I mean, the king is a pretty thick component of this at some frequency. The only one that's just like not doing it is the full house here. But like,
But now, hold on, but if we think they're bluffing, if we have a king and we think they're bluffing, I feel like I would wanna keep them bluffing.
I don't think it's necessarily this premise that we think they're bluffing. It's just they're gonna have a bunch of hands that when the top pair, top card pairs, they're gonna wanna check back. Like what is pocket aces doing here? What is their, I don't know, some of their draws here
Well, that's what,
doing, or like they're,
that's why I'm curious what their range, what cutoff range is on the turn, actually.
so we'll just say we'll check here and we'll just look at what their range is actually doing. So we check like, they're just piling half of their range here at 50 big blinds. And you know, we have a really hard time doing that, so. It's gonna be all their king X. They got like random bluffs like ace six.
All
gonna
their
have full
king X beat a lot of
houses.
our kings.
They're just gonna have a lot of these middling low to no EV hands.
Alright, let's move on.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, my sim is the same. I've compared a little bit, the same thing was happening on
Yeah.
exact same combos.
What's the difference between EV and check call?
I can look real quick. We don't have to pull it back up or anything.
He's got it there.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, check it. I mean, it's very similar, right? So check and this 30% size looks like it's a delta of maybe like 5 EV at most.
So how does this correlate? So like, do we look at it like we dock and that's already there? And what if we check call? And then look at that EV, like, is there? Like.
I think
how does-
what the thing is with a lot of these spots, Ken, when the top card pairs. A lot of he's gonna have a lot of combos that are gonna be incentivized to check back. And we don't wanna lose that EV, that value, so we choose to donk. And put them in a hard spot, kind of thing.
It's actually check folding. It's not calling any rivers.
Because the river size is a jam.
Yeah.
Right? Like part of the reason to donk there is not to get jammed on.
Right, you're protecting yourself from that because we can't deal with that very efficiently, I think is.
Yeah.
Some of that takeaway.
But it's
It's very
hard for
hard to
him
do.
to, it's hard for him to raise. when you donk.
You guys see this one? We're
Yeah, cuz if
supposed to bluff
you
the
have both
button.
your medium strength hands, and then also you have the nuts, then, you know, he just piles into your nuts and you fold your weak stuff.
I'm trying to get away from these zero equity bluffs from the big blind. On like a monotone board like this, after it goes check, 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 check. And then the damn thing does it here.
I bluffed river yesterday, blind versus blind. It went check, check on the turn, four flush come in, so I bluffed. River, 3/4 pot, he just calls with two pair, none of the suit on a full flush board, so. People do call.
Yeah, so it's a pair board.
I
5,
wanna go small.
I'm betting.
I
small.
think it's a fine small bet.
I mean, we will check 5, decent and probably like 50%. 45%, 50% check, but I'm still betting. Good backdoor hearts.
there's a check.
75% more than I thought.
Yeah, you probably want the Louis Philippe upper dangler. The king 6 of hearts rather than the king 4 of hearts.
Yeah. But we check, we still mostly bet, but we check heavy on these kind of pair boards. Mm. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna lead here. Is it a good idea, though?
I would check.
I would do
Maybe
it,
just not with
but
his hand. We have a big leading range, but I don't know about this hand.
We have to have interaction.
It also
We
doesn't
need
have
Two, I think we need a pair of two or like,
an
7 or.
8, an
Yeah.
8.
The gate's like the bottom.
Yeah,
Bluff,
mostly bet.
ace eight, I think is our worst bluff. Or the best of our worst. Following them all pretty good, huh?
I think the important thing here to see is the size. Is we actually size up when we have a 7 in our hand. Like this bluff spot is kind of easy to find, all low cards or the big blind. But yeah, even with the deuce, we're sizing up.
So ace. Nine does start checking a decent amount though, right? Yeah, that's where we start checking.
Yeah, it doesn't have ace 9 doesn't have to size up because it just wants to make another ace high fold, which is gonna be pretty easy.
I think
We
it
check
gets
it.
hard. I think against population, when we don't bet turn, it becomes a hard bluff, but I'm still. I don't think we have to bluff, right?
You got ace high, just show it down.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think we get anything to fold. That we're not beating. Yeah. And what's the
Maybe.
bet? Like, what's it trying to get value from?
It's trying to make a better ace high fold.
Jack high board, pretty good for us. We always bet them.
Ooh, is that gonna be a big bet? No.
Not with this combo. Now. Think we call this one.
It's pretty rough, pretty rough.
Probably
Getting
do.
rough, but it's not rough yet.
Pretty rough.
We're
I might fold
getting a
this.
good price.
Blocking both straights.
We have a-
Seems like it's good.
We have a gut shot with the 7. With the queen as well.
Yeah, like we
And
have,
both, yeah.
yeah.
But the point is that we block both queen 9 and 9-7. Kinda
We-
cool.
Yeah.
We can't fold with a gut shot here.
Yeah, it's a call, tiny bet. Queen might be live. He has like ace jack sometimes.
Maybe just fold.
Definitely a fold.
Oh, yeah.
Very full turn. If you think about it, we have queen 7 with spades on that line, so we could just, call with that.
Got a little spicy here.
Are we just blocking too many of his bluffs, holding the queen and the 7 there?
Well, we also just garbo,
Like a queen might
what
not
are we-
even be a clean
Like, what are we
out.
looking for?
Well,
Queen's
yeah,
not
like,
necessarily a clean out, and the queen of hearts is even worse probably in a lot of spots, so.
yeah,
Looking
and
for
the
a
9 of,
nine.
the 9 of hearts is
And we
bad.
saw that one as played, his bluff was ahead of us. Like, that's not great.
I mean, in game, I'm gonna fold that flop, honestly. Against, where I'm playing.
I'm gonna call that flop, given that the bet was tiny, like we were calling like 48 into 180.
So this
200?
goes, this
Something like
goes
that.
towards something I was talking to a couple people about last night and today is like population just doesn't check raise anywhere close to what they should. So when they check raise, it's usually value. So like I said, my games like that particular hand, I wouldn't call because like I don't necessarily believe my queen's ever gonna even be good. Very rarely.
Yeah, but that's your own belief, right?
Well, no, I mean, I looked at I did a report and population just doesn't check raise enough, so it's kind of value heavy when they do.
But does
know-
that
we know-
mean your gut shot is no good? Does that make your gut shot a brick?
Well, a gut shot's
Also
drawing
playing
super
Against
thin.
like,
It's drawing very thin.
against a 2.5 fixed raise.
Are we not
It's
priced
thin.
in to call the gut shot?
It's thin.
Uh,
Are we not getting
And
odds
it's
to
just-
call the gut shot?
what about here? He bets big. We don't have a spade. We have an overcard. Do we fold a gut shot?
Sucks.
I wouldn't fold if it was a bet small, but now I'm just not sure. Yes.
If I had a
size
spade,
up
I
and
would
fold.
call.
Maybe we click call. We're ahead of some of his bluffs.
He size
Nope.
up. Fold.
Do we call with one spade? Like a queen of spades, do we call?
I bet we do.
I mean, that's,
I mean,
I would have called with a queen.
Queen of spades is kind of a monster.
I'm never folding the queen of spades, this guy.
But for sure is gonna call with the king and the ace. I'm not sure about the queen, though. We might just have enough better single spade hands that we don't need to call with the queen.
I got shot with a spade. I mean, it's not too.
I don't know, though. It's a combo. It's like, it's
Yeah,
pretty, like solver likes combo stuff.
We raise with it or call. We need a spade.
Yeah. It's more calling with the king and the ace.
Okay, so pair board, pair of 3. I don't know.
I'm gonna bet.
Yeah, it's an ace high board.
Yeah,
Ooh,
wow.
ooh. Was not the. It's an ace high board, but it's a dirty one. I'm gonna check quite heavy here. How do we find so much checking with aces? What's up with the 3 here?
Probably to do with the wheel connectivity from his range.
Our
He's gonna
opponent has every single 3 suited ones and even some offsuit ones. So when the 3 pairs, I think it's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna check raise a decent amount, right? But I thought we had enough interaction with that board, so we have straight draw back. and straight draw.
Yeah. He used to detect, but not.
Sup, Saeed? Yeah, we check 60% of the time on trees because, oh, okay, right? So that's a nice spot. Understand?
Guess I'll just start checking all the flops between 3 and 7 paired.
So that's gonna be a no friend position. So out of position. Defense. All suited threes. Some offsuit three. Probably the
Saeed, I
same.
heard you. I heard you for a second, Saeed, and then you dipped out.
Yeah, I muted him
Oh,
because they had some back noise.
he's not muted now.
So it's probably a pattern we see across like between 8 to 3. But let's look at ranges quickly. What's up with the eights? Don't have any offsuit eights. Our opponent has all of them. Right? Sevens, the same. Six is the same. Okay. So that's where it comes from. So. Boards. 8x or lower are not good. The out of position defense. A lot of them. And we don't have the offsuit combos. Alright,
It's a good card for us, I guess. We gotta, I mean, if we're gonna screw up, I guess we gotta keep screwing up.
keep screwing up. That's a great plan. 104. No. It was 240 or nothing.
That's through though. Only lost 3/4 with chip. That's 100.
Yeah, well,
By the spade here, I'd raise.
no, that would not be good against the pot size. Let's bet small. We have a spade. I mean, why not? Yeah, oh no, it's not, won't bet. At 30. Mhm.
It's Call,
What?
call.
Well, you're
Yeah.
drawing to a draw. Fold.
Okay, okay. No,
Oh,
I knew it.
Wow, a lot of folds.
yeah, you're drawing to a draw. Like you can't even turn a hand.
Yeah. I'm always folding. Check, fold, move on.
It's interesting that he double barrels an ace there, just because it's the two key cards on the flop.
Wanna check this combo, but I wanna pure bet jack eye boards. That's rough.
This is our worst 8 or our worst 6, right?
There's also two key cards for him here.
Yeah, so
And so we
that would
need-
make us want to go maybe a little polar. So I think
Yeah.
it's gonna check here.
Yeah, definitely. It is polarizing.
We block a good bit of his interaction with the spade and the 6 though. So we block some of his check raises, I guess. So we can. Oh,
Gutter flush draw pair.
You just call.
I
guess.
don't know.
We check flop. What are we gonna represent now when we raise?
It's just a call.
Yeah,
Well,
it's mixing. I
straightly
thought
bet.
it,
Let's raise,
Like- our hand is so high equity to complete that it doesn't actually want to show down now. The portion of it that wants to bluff the opponent out is bigger than the portion of it that wants to get to showdown, because this is our worst six. But now we're just happy to show down a marginal hand.
It's gonna give us shows a 9, right?
Yeah. Like when we bet big on that turn, like going pot or whatever over pot there, we get to start pushing out a lot of the stuff that's going to beat us like a better six. And we're super high equity bluff.
Mm, mm. Check.
But now we just have a showdown hand. Yeah. Yeah, like if we had pocket nines, we would check that flop and then, or check the flop and then bet big on the turn there sometimes.
Old.
That's small. Size up, 65. Even pot. Let's get greedy. Not pot, or how do we handle this one? Yeah, it's bet pot. It was all in. Let's get super greedy. Hmm,
I don't think we get the bluff a king.
No,
no.
we don't get to call with 5-5.
I'm so tempted to check here, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 2/3.
No, it's a Jack 10 straight board. This is I think this is gonna size up.
I would check probably a lot.
I agree. Our hand wants to check, but I don't think this board wants to check very often.
So a jack high straight board.
I think it's gonna wanna, like it's like it doesn't have a, I think it's gonna wanna size up 65,
Well, it's not,
maybe even pot.
no, I don't think so. I think this, like, I don't wanna bet big with this combo, and then if we look at the strat here, we only bet big 30%. So that's probably a lot of jacks, tens, pocket queens, pocket king, pocket ace, and you know what? I'm pretty sure like here, a hand like like king, queen, or like, probably ace, queen and ace, king are gonna bet the same as pocket king and pocket queen, so big bets.
I wonder if, the suit drives our betting range with this hand. Like, I wonder if we check more with spades and bet more without.
Yeah, mostly just range.
It's just a range bet.
Okay, okay.
Only sizes up with kings and queens. And 2 pair of jacks 10, so value driven.
Alright,
And then, yeah, 98 also sizes up a bit.
Call.
65.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just a call? Yeah. That's some raising too, a lot of it.
Good bit.
Changes nothing, check.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I fold.
yeah, not getting the odds to call.
The 10 is bad here as well, right? We could call with like. Because he doesn't have queen 10 or jack 10 here.
2, 3 of spades, 3, 5 of spades. That's about it. Maybe.
So he just drops all of our flush draws now when he does that, right?
Yep.
Interesting. Let's see, just to make sure.
He's also at a good spot because ace 10 is the top of our aces. So when he has ace 9, he can bet big for value, and it's hard for us to fold some smaller aces still.
So these make sense. I didn't think we were gonna fold these. This is a pair.
Yeah, flush draw plus straight draw.
Yeah,
Not
but
that one.
Ways in the wheels.
queen 9 is like the limit. And then doesn't wanna have a 7, a 6, or a 5. It prefers to have a 3. So the bluff cards come from here. So when you block the bluffs, it's a 7, a 6, or a 5. Alright, what is alright, okay, so these are pairs, alright. And then why does he bet pot here? So he either checks or bet pot.
Our best ace is ace 10, I think.
So when he bets big on the flop,
I mean, other than ace 8 and ace 4, our best ace is ace 10.
Yeah, like he's potting his ace 9, but then he starts over betting with his ace queen and ace king and ace here.
jack 8, huh? So he bets big on the flop and then he blasts it on a 4 turn. Interesting.
I think it's like a brick turn really, right? So his value is still value.
Yeah. He's blasting everything but a spade.
Yeah, like on that board, when he bets big on the flop, we're calling him with an ace, some kings, and spades. And so he's
And some
ahead of
Broadway.
all of our kings, all of our spades, and he's ahead of almost all of our aces. So it's just a value bet. And so he just is like, okay, let's go. 'Cause he's ahead of almost everything in our range there.
Alright, something else I noticed is that here. If we look at the board, if an 8 pairs, it's not that good. But also if the king pairs, it's not that good at all. So if we're looking at good turns, we need to dodge a spade. We need to dodge the board pairing. Unless it's the ace. But even then. Okay, so we need to dodge a flush card. We need to dodge a king and 8. Otherwise, we can double barrel big. With our best value hands and the bottom of our range.
Check,
What?
check.
Okay,
Yeah, it's paired card that's nuts for in position.
Of course, I checked this time and it mostly bets. The other ones it mostly checked.
Yeah.
Can't figure it out. I mean, it's a
Good call.
paired flop. I thought it'd be more of a check. Check back.
Yeah, we're mixing heavily on this turn. We should mostly fold this turn. So he has a 7, I think.
Just check.
Does he have a spade?
Some small portion, some portion of the time he will.
Gross.
God. Drawing dead.
I guess just raise.
It's just tough because this is just a monster. I think,
This is too
Yeah.
good to raise.
exactly. It's just, the hand's so good that like all options are gonna be plus EV.
So I think. I was gonna say, like, I feel like in position, there's too good as a thing, but I think out of position, it's good to raise and be aggressive.
Because we're at 60, it has the room to raise bigger here too. Like you see
I
it
like
size
a
it up.
big check raise. If
Take
it was
it right.
open ended, I would be a little more, if it was an open ended, I'd be a little more on maybe the check call train, but you got gut shots, queen high.
Louis,
Yeah.
you wanna check that hypothesis? I think I agree that queen jack of spades mostly just check calls, yeah?
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
kinda what
thing.
I'm getting at.
How do you guys structure your flush draws here? If we just look at pure flush draws, how do you play ace queen suited? How do you play?
Ace queen
ace
suited.
five?
Ace queen suited, you're
queen's-
blocking
We
all
don't
of the
have-
good ones, so I'm
we-
playing it as probably a check call.
Call,
Our
yeah,
best
call.
ace, our best suited ace is ace 10.
What about ace 5 suited?
Ace five, you're unblocking the queen and the jacks, so they can have some coolerish flush draws. I may be a little more tempted to check raise one of
Yeah, I think the
those.
wheel spades, ace wheels are good.
What about 7, 6?
And with hearts and spades probably.
I think anything with straight interactivity is gonna get raised, so like 9, 6 of spades can find a raise. 7, 6 of spades can mix a raise. Now, you
How
probably
about
have
the
too many
trapping
of
one?
those, you can't raise them all 100%, right?
What
You
about
just
the
have so
3,
many.
3 deuce of spade?
Oh, you know
Even that's
what?
not terrible, cuz it's got. I wouldn't want overcards to the 4. I think 3 deuces spades is the one I don't wanna raise.
I got
know.
confused. We're check raising flop, right? So the wheels are relevant because we didn't hit the 4 yet. We've already advanced, right? So we check raise flop, so the wheels are relevant because we don't have a 4 yet.
We just wanna look at the
it's-
flop raising strategy for now.
Yeah, so fuck the wheels. I'm not in on the wheels anymore. I think.
Yeah,
was
I want
thinking we check
interactivity
raise
with that.
turns.
Interactivity with like king 10, 8.
So anything
Just
over
to,
like
like-
an 8, like,
So your best ones are just calling. Why doesn't it? I guess it's raising
6,
all the ace
7,
queens of the world.
6, 7, 9, 7. Jack 9. You got them up.
Okay, and then
We are using
the
wheels.
wheels are raising, the best ones are calling. We had that. 7, 6 is raising. We had that. Queen, jack and queen 9, they're too strong, kind of, so, but they're raising slivers here. Anyway. But with a pair, you just call. The worst ones are raising like,
It's like, I'm not finding that shit. I gotta have. Maybe I do. Probably not. Not them real bad ones. Nah,
So it's a lot of, it's like builds up from the worst gut shots. It's like 7, 6 is the worst gut shot. Jack 7 is the next worst gut shot. It's 100% basically. Queen 9 is the next best gut shot after that. And it's not, not three betting that much. Or not raising that much.
One
Yeah,
of
I'm
I
trying
mean,
to find-
one
the
of
really crappy flush draws, I don't think like, I don't know. I think they're balancing, they're just to make the range balance. I think the EVs for the really crappy ones between raising and calling are probably gonna be like identical, aren't they? I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Right, and like, so. Now,
They're
if you
not
look at
making
like
that
the,
much.
yeah, they're not making that much. Now, if you look at the monsters, so let's look at like the ones that,
Anything
Queen
over
jack or
eight,
something? I mean, queen jack is a crazy good, yeah.
anything over an eight, I would
right,
say. Like anything with a 9 in it, a jack in it, a queen in it, I think are probably all pretty good.
so one
Yeah,
hundred.
but look at how nutted this is. When you bet 78, you make 150 chips.
It's worth 3 times more than treating suited. Okay. So we check. He bets, we still call?
nah, man. Pump it up.
Are you ripping it?
I'm having a hard time mentally converting those chips. Like, how deep are we?
We were 60.
The pot seems too small to rip, like just at an eyeball glance.
So it's 320. It's a 3, it's less than a 3x.
Yeah, it's like, the pot is kind of small to rip.
I mean, I do,
Kinda.
like, these hand classes where you have like pretty decent equity with like maybe with only one card to come, it does do some ripping with these type of hands.
So the pot
Yeah,
is.
looking at it, it's like, it's only 120% pot jam.
It's
like
only
Yeah,
not little.
I don't hate jamming this at all, actually, if it's only
2.8
120%.
X jam.
Yeah, give them all you can eat. I definitely jam these kind of, these hand classes sometimes in these scenarios.
You guys.
We
Louis,
didn't
how
jam,
how much pocket eights do we have?
A little bit short on pocket eights.
That's a problem. I mean, I knew we didn't have tens. I thought we would have a lot more eights. That's kind of rough, like our only set is pocket fours. We really don't have that much value then.
Got plenty. Well, we have 2 pair combos, right? I guess
Yeah,
we're
we have
checking a
some-
lot of them on the flop, though.
Right, it's like king four improved and king four makes an okay jam here. You just call it a C bet, you have a hand, and now you probably have the best hand. You wanna get it in against ace king. It's not crazy.
no, it's not.
And you wanna shut down or charge his draws. It's not crazy at all.
And like, okay, so if you have like, let's say ace 8 of spades that we didn't check raise on the flop or something like that, some of those combos. Like pair plus flush draw, straight draw plus flush draw. I think those hand classes will be doing a lot of check jamming here. The ones that have like a lot of equity in the back pocket, but probably not the best showdown hand right now.
Alright, jamming here is gonna be 3x pot, it's too much.
I think it's either a jam or
No,
a
it's
call. I don't
not
think
three
there's
X
anything in
pot, cause he just
between.
bet pot.
Yeah,
It's not 3x pot, it's not even 130% pot. He
Oh,
already bet
wait,
pot, so
he bet.
there's 320
pot.
in there.
Oh, right, we gotta divide it by his effective stack. I miscalculated. Yeah, so it's, what, 755 divided by 320, right?
Yeah, 2x.
And not
Man,
even,
this is,
because when you bet
0.3.
pot, you start off by calling the bet before you raise it. So you put 160 in and you're now at 480.
we're still not gonna go all in here.
It's versus a pot size bet. I mean, I think that's evidence that maybe we will, slow down a bit.
And we do block bluffs, which makes them a little more weighted towards the hand it's gonna call off. I don't think there's anything in between. I think it's either call or jam.
I think it's high
Uh-huh.
frequency call, low frequency jam.
I'm
You-
happy
You
jamming.
guys are
I kinda like
dreaming.
that.
There's 0% jamming here.
I'm happy to jam.
Oh, well.
Oh, is there
10%?
Louis?
Oh,
Oh,
there
is
it
there
is.
Louis?
You guys are dreaming.
Oh, is there Louis?
No,
Now, let's look at the hand classes.
We're just children of the sim, Louis. We're the board.
You're that sliver here, out of nowhere, okay?
Well, I mean, look at the range, look at the entire range, not necessarily just the hand. Like what hand classes are doing this? So the 10-4 suited turned, the 8-4. The pocket fours. Like just isolate spades
King
and see if
four.
like. See what the spades are doing it. So you do have some of these weakish ones. So the 2 pair with the flush draw. The queen 5, okay. So I guess like the added equity from a straight draw here is probably just a bit too much. Maybe it just wants to call then.
Ooh,
Well,
What a ridiculous river.
oh my god. We blocked the bluffs here.
Yeah.
yeah,
fold.
fold.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, pretty strong fold.
Got
Oh
it.
my god. Oh my god, what a donkey.
Yeah, he's a bit of a donk, but we're blocking his hand, so.
What the hell? God, he must have rolled some high numbers.
Yeah, I don't know. That guy's getting a green tag in my database.
Yeah, definitely a green tag.
Hashtag fish
It's
tag.
like, this guy
Yeah,
just triple barrels error on like any run out.
That's small or a bit big?
Two good
Small.
cards for the big blind. I guess we bet small or check.
That guy is getting the tag that the next time this happens, I'm going to lose my entire stack to him. That's how. this
Yeah, no,
works out.
I'm calling with third pair.
Yeah, and I'm losing the third pair too.
There's 2 good cards for this guy.
He'll have you ass kicked. He'll have ace 9.
Yeah, this is a one and done, right?
Maybe it's a bet bigger check. I think it's still gonna check a decent amount.
Yeah.
Either way.
This polarizing.
Yeah, you gotta bet big. It's
Yeah,
not
I
checking
thought
that
it,
much.
thought
at
it
all,
was a
though.
one and done, right? The board is so friendly for all of his straights and draws and stuff that you want to bet big once and then shut down. So now it's just a shutdown, I think.
Yeah, I'm done.
Slash like once and shut down or slash like once and see a turn, you know, like you.
Fold.
I think if we raise here, we can start a good leveling war.
We fucked up the flop.
Yeah, this is a candidate for jamming. We have no showdown value. We can get him off of some like, probably some like 10x.
I don't know that you need to jam. I think you can probably go 472 and bluff out most
Well,
stuff.
what are you
Oh,
trying to
yeah,
fold?
sorry, I
Like,
don't need a jam.
Yeah.
Ace 8, even his bluffs, we have some of his bluffs that we want out of here. Ace 8, 8, 7, 9, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9, pocket 8.
Yeah, pocket eights and worse, I think, is the target with a 472 here.
Yeah, I think king is too good to raise bluff. I mean, if I think he's bluffing, I'd just be happy to call, because if he's not gonna bluff an ace high very often.
No, I
I
don't
think
you have
worse
enough
than
value
king
to
high can
call.
bluff. Like, if you wanna bluff, I think you gotta bluff stuff that's gonna get king X, queen X to fold.
I think the king of
Mm.
diamond is a good bluff candidate here, and then the 9 blocks the straight.
Yeah, the 9's important. The 9's really
I
important.
mean, I'm folding 80% of the time here.
Fold 100%.
20% of the time, I'm raising.
Come on
So I
high.
guess if like, he's not gonna 3-bet us a lot. Clicking it back seems kind of cool.
this is like a slam dunk fold.
It's close.
It's close, right?
Clicking it is worth -4 chips. That's not crazy.
We call?
I think we can call.
You should be checking a lot on the paired 6 board, right?
You should.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, he probably bets 50% or more. I think we just have a clear call here. We have
Yeah.
the best hand. We're pretty clear. You know, when we make an ace or a 10, we like, know we have the best hand, right?
I'm tempted to. Oh my god,
Oh.
if I had, there's definitely hands I wanna check raise. I guess this isn't one of them.
Yeah, and I want to point out that turn is close, actually. Yeah,
What are you guys doing over here? Let's see.
We called the flop here.
Man, I don't know. This is a tough one for me. Like, I feel like if you are calling, you're calling with intentions to like bluff, like, cause you have nut flush bluff blockers.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
just- When the flush completes on the turn, we get to lead with that ace of hearts.
well, and I'm just not even worried about, it. We just have the best hand. Like, he's doing that with ace 8, you know, like
Maybe so.
ace 10 is the nuts.
I guess I just get nervous about playing rivers cuz they don't get easier to play usually.
Yeah, no, except when you bink a 10 or an ace.
Well, that's
It's the
true
best-
too.
It's the best ace in our range, so I think we have to defend that one.
That's fair. Yeah, that's
So
fair.
this check raise on king 7-4 is kind of close, but I kind of want to fold.
I'm calling.
He has tons of kings in his range. Fold.
Definitely call. Or not.
You say definitely,
Uh,
but it's worth
yeah.
like nothing.
He has so many kings in his range that you're just gonna show down with a silver medal.
Fold
Well,
now.
I
like,
just wanna, I would prefer to call with stuff that wraps around the 7 and 4. Like, I'd prefer to have 8-6 here than queen 10.
well, this one can make the backdoor straight, can make the backdoor flush.
Alright.
I'm folding now.
We were beating him too.
You're gonna get bluffed.
Sometimes
He's bluffing because he knows he has the worst hand. That's why that's why he's
He's
betting.
bluffing because he picked up equity with the 8. Otherwise, he would shut down and we would check it down and win.
It's a 10, he gets cored.
Take him to value 10.
You don't think he's bluffing that on the river though, again? If he shuts.
That's
down
what
on
I
the
was
river?
thinking, Scott. I would be shocked if he just decides to show down jack high.
Yeah, but hang on, he doesn't bluff the turn if like,
An ace
he doesn't
comes.
get an 8 or a 9 or a good card for his range for an equity driven bluff. And then he doesn't start to bluff river if he didn't bluff turn.
And then also, the one motion is when they check raise, check turns, we get to start betting a lot, so we can actually turn our hand into a bluff and just win a lot.
Yeah, I think our only way is if he is to bluff the turn, because I think that river gets bluffed. I think he goes bluff, flop, check, turn, bluff, river if we check back the turn.
Yeah, well, we get to bet a lot of turns when they go check raise, check. We do a lot of betting.
Yeah.
Nine high straight board. Hmm.
I should be interested to see that hand again, if that was the motion, what we do with queen 10 there. If it goes check, raise, check.
Oh, really?
I like checking this cuz I'm scared.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Checking king queen seems nice.
Yeah,
this
if
is-
we had queen jack, we would have some bigger. Oh no, it's not connected enough.
We lack the offsuit
Yeah.
eight, so. Probably a really good check.
And I feel like a lot of the folds we get are weaker king X and queen X. Like, he's gonna fold like queen 4, right?
Yeah,
And like, you tend to bet when you're on the folds or stuff you dominate, because like any like 10x is calling, jack X is calling, 8x is calling, 5x is calling. It's like his really weak stuff is just staying in or raising.
Alright, so we look at the 9 high or lower straight boards. The position is only betting big, he's never betting small. Yeah. So do we bet big here? I'm up for it.
No, I really just wanna check
Check.
this.
This is where I
Check.
like to see certain spots broke down in textures, like it may be different. I mean, I think it's gonna be vastly different on rainbow, two-tone, monotone. The same flop, it could be vastly different across those three textures.
I'm okay with checking here because this is one of our best king eyes. But if we had like king five here, I would blast there. This,
Well, that's a, yeah, I mean, that's kinda like a donk straight draw,
yeah, it's betting big still,
is it?
a little bit.
And checking odds.
King five is betting.
Yeah, but
big.
king five is a gut shot.
Yeah, but I mean lower ones.
That,
but-
Yeah,
that turn is the nightmare, so,
Yeah.
fold.
Okay, so we wanna bet with interaction to the straight. 10, the
That's-
9, the 8, the jack.
What the hell is he checked twice now? It's like, I'm confused.
You
This
could
is
have like,
so good for him.
he could have like a single pair hand, like what does
Right.
ace seven wanna bet? Like ace seven doesn't really need to bet, right?
I mean, this is what I'm thinking. He's got like a very marginal single pair hand, but they're probably also not folding.
We didn't get any auto folds yet, so.
But like, given this turn, I think even he has two pairs don't really wanna bet, like, is 6-7 without a diamond excited about betting right now? Seems, it's like, that hand. And he's,
We're losing you 10.
It looked like his king, like our king, queen checked about the same amount as our king deuce. So the
So
best,
what's his
the
checking range on the
best king
turn,
high
LP?
here, he doesn't.
What, I mean, how's he play his range on the turn?
You guys saw, we need to bet this turn?
Yeah, I wanna see what how he's playing his range. It's like, I'm losing my shit here if I'm him and it goes check, check. And I get this card.
Don't think it's gonna be that profitable on this middle-ish texture. Like it was, if it was just a bit lower, it would be good. I'm sure we're gonna bluff plenty, but not that much. I wouldn't do it.
Not a lot.
He bluffs his king jack.
Jack
not as
X,
king
10X, Queen X, and then some low shit.
So we had a lot. So we need to fold.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see how we can continue. What's by him?
And there he's got a gut shot and two overs that we're gonna have a hard time betting into us.
So this is what happens when we miss our bet on the flop. I wonder if we get the showdown cheaper that way with this hand and win.
Okay, let's bluff.
Yeah.
No,
What?
I got you on my sinking ship beat.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Seems
that's
to
a
be
good card for our range.
Pair board, the 6 as well. I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't, it felt like it was a good spot to take.
Seemed reasonable to me.
We don't block the spades and have no showdown value. I think we have to bet again too.
Alright, so when we do it, it's never small. We need to commit to our bluffs here.
Because we would size up with all of our sixes and all of our straights and all of our best eights.
Yeah.
And all of the relevant blockers.
And then the deuce and the trees are not great candidates. High, low, deuce and trees.
Who does,
Exactly.
take a look, who is bluffing in the small category? Just click on the small category and let's look at what the bluffs are.
Is the
Like-
worst fours.
Four deuce.
It's not a bluff, it's a block bet.
Oh, okay. This is on the turn. All right.
Like sevens, fours.
Draw value.
Sevens, fives, fours, threes,
Those are all
all
value.
one pairs.
Yeah, but fours are all big bets, actually. Alright. Well, since we're here, we might as well bluff.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah,
terrible
although we
bet.
might bluff this one in our, this might be our small bet bluff category. Because any fold we get is a win.
I kind of disagree because
Okay.
I don't think we get to do that kind of stuff from the big blind.
Okay. Screw it.
Yeah.
104, 160.
Ugh,
This board texture wants us to size up. Now it's a fold.
Yeah, oh, no, look at that. Look at how many small bluffs it had. It did have small
Yeah.
bluffs with our jack too.
It had a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a
We
big,
never give up.
big no.
but it's the only way to make money.
It's also a great way to lose 60 big blinds.
Rebuy table two.
Yeah. 60 deep, you can rebuy easily. Bet,
Yeah, bet small, range bet.
he checks,
The
Eight is good, we picked up equity.
yeah, they improved our equity. We
104,
don't block
160.
either flush.
We bet 160, he has to stop with a bunch of hearts and
Yes.
spades.
Yeah, he has to fold those flush draws, and that's what we want.
Nope.
The
So we pure check with this combo. What kind of hand will we double barrel here? Kings, but then why not this hand? So we barrel kings, sure.
barrel kings.
Barrel or worst ace size, that makes sense. And then. Hmm. Okay, so we barrel 10-7 and 10-6 and jack 7.
So we have worse. We have,
Jeez.
oh, yeah, but those are all straight draws.
Yeah.
I guess this is too good a straight draw because we have worse straight draws and worse ace highs. Even though ace high shows down better.
So the 8 completes a lot of straight draws.
Only jack 10. Right? No, like there's no 8. The 8 doesn't complete any straights.
No, it completes straight draws.
Yeah. But those should have to fold to a pot bet though.
So a 10 would be better. Or a jack.
But that would make us more marginally made and more likely to check.
So the worst turn would be a heart.
Yeah.
So like overall, whenever the flush completes, it's really bad.
Yeah.
I mark this down.
After a bet, right? Like if the flop goes check, check, it doesn't kill the action because they're still wide open.
That's right.
And as played, I think We have to go for it. We don't block hearts. We don't block spades. The straight didn't come in.
I disagree. Think with this combo is the middle of the range.
So
I
it's
wanna
just
bluff.
checks.
I wanna give up here. I wanna bluff with worse and better hands.
I think it's good not having hearts too. I mean, we do like to bluff when, well. we
Sure,
don't
but
necessarily-
we-
I guess if it was a 9, I think we might bluff a 9, not an 8.
we still in some world have showdown value.
I guess we do beat some worse queen high flush draws.
Yeah,
So yeah, I guess maybe this one's good enough to check.
Oh, we're in position. I thought we were big blind. I'm sorry. That's
Oh,
bad.
it does stuff.
do you wanna go all in into his top pair? See if he has what it takes?
Yeah, I disagree that we have showdown value.
Yeah.
10 jack,
30% of the time, man.
10 jack and queen jack and queen 10 are probably the hands that wanna go for bluff the most.
No, he still has 67 of hearts and queen 4 of spades. Like we just beat his flush draws that didn't get there sometimes.
Yeah, it's good that we unblock the missed flush draws.
Yeah.
But yeah,
with
as
him-
we see, 10 queen and jack 10 and jack 7, 10 7, and all these hands want to bluff.
Him holding a king that's a heart and a 3 that's a spade makes it hard for him to call.
The 6 pair here, and I think we need to lose our shit.
Yeah, we got an over to the 10. I guess it's a good.
We have the
65,
upper, sure,
65.
we need to commit.
I think
Yeah.
so.
That's what we saw before.
How about,
Yeah, we need to be committed.
Yeah. Solver's having his way with us today.
Yeah.
alright, so we are checking half of the time and we're betting big half of the time. So that's a good guess. What kind of hand do we bet big with? 6. 7 with a backdoor flush, is that it? No, diamonds,
It's got the overcard too, to the 10. right?
diamonds and spades. Diamond.
Yeah, we want his hearts and clubs to fold.
What is this flush draw strategy? Betting the diamonds and checking the clubs? Pretty weird. So how do we bet here? So overcard to the 6.
And the 10.
So we need 1 over to the 10 to bluff. And then we want to have overcards to the 6. But that's more or less the case, right? Ah, so these are spades. These are spades. Right, so all of our bluffs here have a big spade. Because we wanna block their value. Cause they're gonna call us if they have a flush draw with spades. So we bet
Wow.
big. With a spade in our hand. Flop goes check, check. On a flush draw board. Would it be the same if it was a 5 or a 7?
We would have less bluffs, I think.
It is the same because we're still just betting spades.
We have more small bets. No?
What if it's a queen? Still betting more with the spades. Alright. So it's out of position. Check, check on flush draw. Board. Out of position and bluff turn with a single high spade. Flush. And value hand. Alright.
Wow, like. I hate to bluff an ace, but, he's gonna have some ace of spades in his range. I don't know. I feel like we still got a bluff though. We got like a shit hand here. Maybe it's just to give up. I guess we just give up on the ace, right?
Thing out.
We gave it a shot. Now we're done.
Yeah,
Fold. Oh, look at him look at him call that turn. Is that not the grossest call on the turn ever?
yeah, it's pretty bad, right? What is he? Not even a spade, nothing, no blockers, just over cards. He's like, nah, you don't have a six.
Yeah. Like, that guy gets labeled as a maniac.
No respect for you clowns. No respect.
Nope.
Yeah. That's the grossest call I've seen the solver make.
Bet large.
That's sick.
Did we look to see how often he makes that call? Was that like out of character or was that really a solver call?
No, he's just trying to get on our balls.
It might be because we chose, the incorrect bet size.
I wanna bet here.
I think we bet
Yeah.
big.
Alright, stuff it.
Oh, just bet
Oh,
small.
no, that's small.
Who said that big?
I did.
Why?
Well, it's pretty disconnected king high flop and, I don't wanna just give him the price to float.
What does it say here?
When I'm betting pocket twos there, I thought I would wanna. Get more folds.
Keep it simple. You know, this is just value, right?
It's not just value, it's bluffs too, right?
No, 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 no. It's just value.
It's gotta be mixed between, it's gotta be some sort of balance. I thought twos would be, I thought our worst pair there would
No,
be.
no,
in the
no,
big
no,
bets,
no, no, no.
Especially with the backdoor spade.
Just fold here, right?
Yeah.
He just polarized sixes there, right?
It's a straight flop.
Straightforward, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
of the texture.
Eddie has massive range advantage there.
Right.
Queen high straight board, 50-50. He's always betting.
Just bet small here.
What is it, jack or 10? That's jack eye.
Is it range betting large on those boards?
Oh,
Mixes 50-50.
Okay.
oh yeah.
And even more like, no, it's 50-50 for Jack and Queen, and then it sizes up mostly for kings and aces. Uses the large size almost exclusively.
Dirty.
Like we just get, I think he is like way over folding on this flop, so now I'm scared.
Now I'm checking.
And maybe I'm wrong, but I think he does way over fold there. Like way over fold.
He has a lot of aces too, though, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is a give up.
But like anything under like a 9 probably had like just a 9 random 9s without backdoor flushes. I think we're all folding.
He's not
Just
giving
got a
up a
queen.
queen here. Definitely, look at this.
Yeah, I mean, so you get called there. It's just, you know, sirens need to be going off in your head.
Yeah, it's give up time. Don't need to find any bluffs. Well,
Alright, do we wanna look at blind versus blind? Or do we continue here?
Yeah. Blind versus blind.